Yo, good morning guys, it's Josh here. Welcome back to another vlog. Now in today's video, I want to talk about 4 things that I would recommend you invest your money into, especially if you are in your early 20s, mid 20s, and possibly even late 20s. I'm not going to be talking about stocks, crypto, 401ks, Roth IRAs, real estate. No, I'm going to be talking about the things beyond monetary value. I want you to invest into yourself. At least for me, this is what's improving the trajectory of my life. I'm not saying I have all of this figured out, but I certainly like where I'm heading, and I'd love to share it with anyone who might find it helpful. The first thing that I have written on my list is investing into your environment. The reason why I say this is because it certainly has changed the trajectory of my life. When I was 16 and I was ready to work and get a job, I realized that the environment is super important because I wanted to learn and develop skills rather than just looking for the job that paid the highest wage per hour. Adapting that mindset has certainly paid off. The first job that I got was a detailer slash porter at a Honda dealership, and I was just cleaning cars, moving them around the lot, basic customer service. I would also do battery testing on cars, things like that. Eventually, that role had led me into other roles. I got into a little bit of car sales and then transitioned into other roles in service. And now today, I am a appointment setter and service writer. Now, how do you exactly invest into your environment if it's not like job-wise or career-wise? I would say things like your office setup. I try to make sure that my work setup is as pleasant, aesthetic, efficient as possible. I want to look forward to doing the work on my computer. That's one way I invest into my environment. So if you are in college, if you're in school, or if you just graduated and you just got a job, maybe getting yourself a nice laptop is one way of investing into your environment. Or if you're at home, investing into a nice Nespresso machine just to make sure that when you're working from home, you like where you're at, have a nice cup of coffee. That's just a few examples of investing into your environment. The next thing that I have on my list is books and self-education. Guys, I do not hold back on books. The amount of times I've drained my bank account just by investing in books. It happens so many times. Any kind of educational books, not fiction or storytelling books. Well, storytelling if it's nonfiction, like if it's like by an entrepreneur or like a biography, that's fine. But keep it nonfiction as much as possible. So I have these books right here. I have plenty more actually. So I have these books right here that I go back and forth between. And then I also have these books as well. So I have a little bit of everything. So I like self-development books. I do like a little bit of finance because it's just one of my hobbies, I guess. I do like finance. I like learning about it. Not that I'm some finance guru. I do like learning about that stuff. Yeah, have a variety of books. You'll never go wrong investing your money into self-education. And also, one thing that I wish I knew sooner and did sooner was investing into a coach. It'll be about a month and a half now. I invested into a coach a month and a half ago. And the trajectory of my life, it feels like I'm moving at a much faster pace, and I feel like I have a stronger sense of direction. And I feel like we need that if we are in our early 20s. I feel like when we are in this age bracket, this era, there's so many things going on. There's so many things we want to explore, and things can get overwhelming. If you have a coach that'll help you narrow down your decision making, clarify what you're confused on, it's very well worth the investment. Coaches are not cheap, by the way. Coaches can be in the thousands of dollars. At least that's what my coach is at in terms of price. For me, it's absolutely worth it. It'll help you achieve your goals much faster. It'll help clarify the direction that you're heading. So books, self-education, coaching, courses, I would say don't hold back on those. One thing that I notice is that we think we have so much time, but really we don't. Like, time is not even guaranteed. It goes by so quick, and it goes by even quicker being young. Like, we're never gonna have this time again. So I'm not saying like don't live and like just stay inside. I'm not saying that, but I am saying don't waste your vitality. You are in your prime. And then the third thing that I have on my list is travel. Like, I also deplete my bank account traveling. Maybe you shouldn't listen to me in in the way I manage my finances, but I do like to travel. I think travel is such an important thing because it helps you diversify your knowledge. It helps you be more aware of different cultures and different lifestyles. If you are a social person, you can definitely meet different walks of life as you go. I certainly have made friends as I've traveled, and some of them I'm even friends up to this day, and I talk to them, seek advice from them, and just check in with them. Travel is something I definitely recommend you invest into. And also, it in a way helps you learn some things about yourself. I always notice that with me when I travel, when I'm up in the air, when I'm up on the plane. I just start thinking about life. I start thinking on a wider perspective. Maybe it's just because you're physically up in the clouds and it just does something to your mindset. But I also notice that when you're in the plane or when you're traveling, when you're kind of in a transient vibe, because you're away from home, you're away from what you're accustomed to. Now you're kind of thinking on a blank canvas. Your mind is all of a sudden a little bit more open. So that's why I highly encourage travel. The fourth thing that I have for you to invest your money into is your health and your appearance. I'm not saying you have to buy designer clothes, no, but invest into some nice clothes. Invest into your appearance because you're only young once. This is the only time you're vital, you're in your prime state. You want to look good while you're still at your best. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in now, where people do judge the book by its cover. So you want to make sure that you have a nice cover and that you milk every opportunity that you can. You want to make sure you position yourself for success, in my opinion. Being well dressed and put together has opened up so many doors for me in my life, and not only professionally but personally. So take care of your health and your appearance. Invest into a nice gym membership. You know, there's so many different ways of investing into your health and appearance. I would say for guys specifically, invest in a nice barber, bro, because I've seen too many guys my age over a $5 difference in price. They'll go to like they'll go to a barber that has significantly less quality versus if they just paid $5 to $10 more, they would have a completely night and day difference. Like they would look like a millionaire, in my opinion. Like, you have to invest in an A1 barber. Just my opinion, you know, but obviously if finances are tough, I get it. Just make sure that you do your best as much as possible to invest into your appearance. The bonus that I have for today's video is a nice watch. So this is technically number 5, and it's not like an essential, but it's something that I would recommend for any guy who's in their early mid-20s. A nice watch, man. Like, the amount of conversations that have started because I invested into a nice watch is pretty insane. People ask me like, oh, is there a story behind that watch? You know, what do you do? Even though I don't do anything significant, I certainly have grinded to get there. So it opens up a conversation to tell people what I did to get the watch. It's also a hobby. So you get to share a passion with other guys who are interested in watches as well. You don't have to get a Rolex or a Patek Philippe as your first. No, you can get an Omega, you can get a Tudor, you can get a Tag, you know. But I would recommend, you know, like a nice $1,000 to $2,000 watch, 5 if you have the means, possibly even 10 if you really want to go all out, and you can. So yeah, invest into a nice watch. That's the bonus of it, man. You will connect yourself with so many more entrepreneurs. I don't know why, but anyone ambitious, most people who are ambitious, they usually have a thing for watches. It's just a nice conversation starter. So that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Hopefully this made you think a little bit, and hopefully you do take away something from it. So let me know what you think. Please feel free to send me a message on Instagram if you have any questions. Feel free to leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But until then, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next video.